those that don't know, I'm Cynthia's brother. My name Marcus. You know what I mean? The reason that I wanted to address y'all is because we got a problem out here on these streets. You dig? People are dying, and it's young kids like y'all. You know what I mean? That's never, ever able to reach their full potentials. You know what I mean? Because of the fact that bad choices is being made. You know what I mean? When I was a youngster, your age, my father used to always say something to me. And it kind of, at that time, you know, I'm coming into my own. I ain't really trying to hear that shit. Excuse my language. But, you know, it kind of like weighing one ear and out the other. But today it make all the sense in the world. And my father used to always say to me, every man and woman is in charge of his and hers own destiny. And according to what it is you do today, will determine how far you go tomorrow. You know what I mean? Y'all look like, well, first off, I'm gonna say y'all responsible because y'all here. You could have chose not to be here. You could be out there running with a band of knuckleheads. You know what I mean? Which ain't gonna get you nowhere. One or two things come from that: death or the penitentiary. You know what I mean? And not just to put mine out. I just did 31 years in prison. You know what I mean? Nothing to be proud of, boast about. You know, because it wasn't my first time. You know what I mean? I went to prison 3 times before I got the life sentence. I just did a life sentence. And I went to youth authority before that. You know what I'm saying? So I should have learned my lesson back then. But instead, I, like most kids today, figured that this is my life. I'm going to do it the way that I want to do it. Can't nobody tell me nothing. You know what I mean? And I'm going to tell you, if you have that mindset, at the end of the road, you'll find yourself by yourself. You know what I mean? Because ain't nobody in this world gonna be able to come up behind them walls and do your time for you. Only person gonna do your time is you. You know what I mean? Those my brothers back then. And both of them, they walked the same walk I've walked. Been in and out of the system all their lives. You know what I mean? But here we are today as grown men, independent thinkers. I no longer, they no longer allow the crowd, you know what I mean, to make the decisions for what it is we gonna do, you know? And when you become an independent thinker, when you take charge of your own life, you know what I mean? At that point, you start to lay the bricks and the foundation into the road in what direction you're gonna go in. Opposed to allowing someone else, because of peer pressure, you know. I know how hard it is today, especially for young kids, you know what I mean? Young girls, you know. And one thing I wanna say to all the fellas in here, you know. You ain't got no babies yet, do you, man? Okay. Well, that's good. That's a good thing. You know what I mean? But one day, if God bless you, you will. You, all of y'all, you know, one day y'all gonna have kids. You know what I mean? And one thing that you always gotta keep in mind is this. You got a mother. Every one of us came from a woman with the help of a father. You dig? But mama did the work. You know what I'm saying? You know, and you got sisters? You got sisters? You? Yeah. You got sisters? Okay.
Y'all speak up, because I can't hear y'all. Matter of fact, lose the hoods. Take the hoods off. Yeah, y'all sitting here like y'all about to, yeah, and they ain't speaking up. I can't hear y'all when somebody talking.
All job to the side. Listen, man. You know, you at that age, I ain't gonna even ask you if you sexually active, because I already know the answer to that one. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I mean? But seriously though, you know, for all of y'all, man, be responsible. You know what I mean? And I'm looking at you most of the time because you're the oldest in this crowd. You dig? Be responsible. You know what I mean? You don't want no kids right now, bro. You ain't ready. You still a kid. You know? Even though you 19. When I was 19, I thought I was the freaking man. Couldn't nobody tell me shit. You know what I mean? I wasn't ready. I thought I was, but I wasn't ready. You know what I mean? So, to all the young fellas in here, I know you two, y'all ain't having sex yet, are you? You better not be. Y'all better not be. Y'all brothers, y'all look just like each other, man. For real, for real. So, it's your responsibility because you got a little brother right there, man. You know what I mean? And he gonna be watching what it is that you do. You understand what I'm saying? So it's up to you to be at your best behavior when you around him. Because some of the most important lessons in life he gonna learn from watching his big brother. You feel me? You want good for yourself? If you want good for yourself, then you gotta want good for your little brother. You know what I mean? So once again, my message to the young fellas in this room right now is, and wait till you, wait. It ain't no rush to have sex, bro. You dig? You got your whole life ahead of you. You feel me? Real shit, you know? And for those of you that are having sex, my message is be responsible. Be responsible. You know what I mean? And always keep this in mind, man. If you lay down with a young lady and you pregnate her, whether or not that pregnancy was planned or it's something that just happened because you wasn't being responsible. Once the conscious decision is made for that baby to come into the world, once that baby is born, at that very moment, you become responsible as a man and a father to be there, to guide, provide, love, protect, and nurture that baby for 21 years. You dig? Until they can go out into the world and do their own thing. You understand what I'm saying?
Y'all hear him, sir, right here?
Yeah. Real
and
talk.
You
That's
over
real
there?
shit, though.
Because he ain't the only one.
You know what I mean? I know he not the only one. I know you doing your thing. You know what I'm saying? You know, Mr. Smiley. You know what I'm saying? This cat right over here. I know you doing your thing too. You know what I mean? But once again, man, it's about being responsible. You know what I'm saying? And always keep in mind, when you become involved in a relationship with a young woman, a young lady, treat her the same way you want somebody to treat your mother or your sister. And keep in mind, one day y'all might have daughters your damn selves. You dig what I'm saying? And if you have a daughter, I'm gonna tell you, bro, for every father, every responsible father, ain't nothing more precious than your daughter. We love our sons, but they knuckleheads, they gonna be all right. But them girls, it's our hearts, you know what I mean? Nothing more precious than these girls, man, because they are the bearers of life. You understand what I'm saying? They able to give you something. And I don't know if y'all ever read the Bible. You never read? Start reading the Bible, man. Because you read the Bible don't make you no square. You dig? I've been a thug all my life. I read the Bible though, bro. You feel me? I read the Holy Quran because they go hand in hand. You understand what I'm saying? And when you start reading, because reading is the key. It's the key. Listen to what I'm saying. Reading is the key to world knowledge. You learn about the world and things that's going on with different people, different cultures, and all that shit through reading. You know what I mean? And you know, I used to say, when I was in the pen, I used to facilitate a group, right? I was the facilitator of a group. And the one message that I used to always lead at the end of the group, I would always tell everybody in the group, you know what I mean? Everybody in this world, from the oldest individual to the youngest individual, has something to teach you. It's all about whether or not if the person that's doing the teaching can reach you, or if you're being receptive to what it is that's being taught. You know what I mean? If you're being receptive, because the thing is this, it's like the old commercial say, you can learn a lot from a dummy. You dig? A dummy, if you sit back and you watch a dumbass, he gonna teach you everything in the world that you don't need to do. You understand what I'm saying? Right now, if I took off and I ran head first into that goddamn wall, and knock myself out. You know, I ain't gonna do that. I just taught you a lesson. You know what I mean? So, in life, you must pay attention. You know what I mean? We got too many young people out here in society, black and brown. You know what I mean? Black and brown, you know? You look at Compton, ain't no white people in Compton. Only thing in Compton is black and brown. You dig what I'm saying? You know? And for many years, huh? Well, I ain't seen none of them others. Excuse my language. Okay, well, I'm just saying. When you look at most of the streets, you're going to see black and brown. Okay, 1% don't even matter. They don't even matter. You dig? The majority is black and brown. You know what I mean? And for many years, we coexisted with one another. You know what I mean? I don't know where you young ladies live at. I don't know the area that you guys come from. You live in this area? Yeah. Close by? Yeah. Okay. I personally used to run with the CV7Os. You know what I mean? Got it tattooed all over my body. You know, I wasn't just blood. I was from CV702. Still my homies to this day. You know what I mean? So, I'm not saying that to glorify it. I'm just saying that the black and the brown people in this community coexisted with each other because our struggles are the same. Your struggle ain't no different from mine or any other black person. Every black person's struggle is no different from yours. You know what I mean? As a brown person. You know what I mean? So, the one thing that we as a people need to get back to is respecting one another. You know what I mean? Because that's really what it all boiled down to, is just respect. You know? I'm 62 years old. You know what I mean? I know I might look like I'm probably like 30 or 20 or something. I'm just saying, you feel me? You know, hey, look, get old brush and brush some of this gray up on my beard, you dig? I can pass, you know what I'm saying? But no, seriously, all job to the side, you know what I mean? You know, I've been around, you know what I'm saying? I ran these streets. And trust me, I ran these streets. You know what I mean? Literally, you know? And there's not a corner or a block from freaking Gibson, which is the street before you go over the bridge to Paramount, to however far you can go down that way. You know what I mean? That I did not conquer. I did not run. Me and these dudes. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is this. To the fellas, respect the women. Because you came from a woman. A woman gave you life. You understand what I'm saying? You love your mother? You love your mother? You love your mother?
Yeah.
Y'all love y'all mother? Yeah. So the same way, the same respect that you want any man or anybody to treat your mother or your sisters, which I know y'all love also. I won't go through that. I know y'all love y'all sisters. For those of y'all that got sisters, the same love and respect that y'all have and you want for your mother and your sister, give it to the ladies, man. Because they are somebody's daughter. They're somebody's sister. You know what I mean? And just as much as you care about your mother and your sisters, somebody care about them too. You know what I mean? The one thing that we got to get away from is the disrespect that we have for each other. You know what I mean? And like I said, I don't want you to think that I'm specifically speaking to you, but really I am, though. Because you the oldest, you dig? You know, I know you out here slanging your thing, you know what I'm saying? You know, but I'm just saying, and you too, you know what I mean? But once again, man, it ain't about just having fun, you dig? I was y'all age once, you know what I mean? And the one thing about my generation, and I use this scenario, and I'm gonna say it right. I came up, my house, the house I growed up in, is right on the corner of Bradfield and Saunders, 921 North Bradfield. corner house from Ludus Park. You know what I mean? And me and my homies, we would be down right there at the park, at that corner where you come down, where the street turns, we'd be right there. It might be 25, 30, 40 of us out there, any given night. You know what I mean? Might be a dice game right here. Rest of us over here drinking, getting high, doing what we do. You know what I mean? And some car lights that hit the corner down there. And somebody say, hey, blood, who's that? Right? And everybody looking and shit and like, oh man, that's Miss Flanagan. To do that, you'll need so you hear somebody, hey man, put that shit out. Put that out, homie. We hiding bottles behind trees and light posters and all that shit. Dig? And Miss Flanagan pull up. She got groceries in her car. Hey, how you doing, Miss Flanagan? Hey, baby, how y'all doing? We good? Hey, you need some help? We help to take her groceries in the house. You know what I mean? And once we got Miss Flanagan in the house, when she was safe and sound behind her door, then we went back out there and continued to do what it is that we do. You dig? Flip that coin to today's generation. Same scenario. Hey, man, who was that? Oh, man, that's Miss Flanagan. Put that shit out. Man, fuck that witch. She didn't buy this. I ain't putting shit out. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference between, you feel me? That's the difference between today's generation and my generation. We still, ain't nobody thug better than I did. Ain't nobody thug better than they did. You know what I mean? I'm talking about nobody did it better. But we still had respect for our elders. We respected the people in the community. You dig? And that's not happening now. You know what I'm saying? Because young folks, and I'm not talking about y'all in general, I'm not pointing fingers, but I'm talking about y'all generation. Think that everything evolves around you, and it don't. You know what I mean? You just a small fraction of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Any one of us could walk out that door right now and the car could pull up, boo, 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 dump us out. You no longer exist. You was just a memory now. You know what I mean? Because after about a week or two after you've been buried over there in the cemetery, you forgot about it. The only people that remember you is who? 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 You damn right. Your family is the only people that remember you. All your little friends, the little girly girls that was sweet on you, you know what I'm saying? The homies, man, they went on about their business. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you some good shit, man. So I hope y'all listening. You know what I mean? But bottom line is, got to bring the respect factor back to humanity. Because without respect, we ain't got shit, man. You know what I mean? We ain't got shit. Without respect, we ain't got shit. You know what I mean? So, it's very important that you young people, you know what I mean? The guys, the girls as well, you know what I mean? Respect yourself. You know what I mean? And for the young ladies, I say this from my heart. My niece, this is my niece right there. Well, that's my great niece. You know what I mean? That's my niece. That's my niece daughter. You dig? So that's my great niece. You know what I mean? But to you guys, to you ladies, you know what I mean? Respect yourself. I don't give a damn how cute he is. I don't care how cool he is with his words or how he dressed or how much money he got or what his car look like. None of that. You dig? Respect yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because, this is something that I've told my daughter. I got a daughter. I got 3 granddaughters. You know what I mean? And one of the main messages that I try to give to them, and I don't want it because y'all somebody else's kids, so I ain't trying to go this deep with y'all, but y'all need to know this. The most precious thing that you will ever have in your life is your virginity. Don't just give it away to any fucking knucklehead that you think he cute or he come saying some sweet shit in your ear. You know what I mean? Seriously, if a guy really likes you, you know what I mean? And you tell him, hey man, I ain't ready for that. I ain't with that right now, dude. If he really likes you, he gonna respect that. And he'll wait for however the hell it is he need to wait. You know what I mean? But respect yourself as young women, young ladies. You know what I mean? Because once you cross that line, you give it away, you can't never get it back. It's gone. You know what I mean? And it's the most precious thing that you will ever have in your life. I don't give a... Ooh, we almost said something. I don't care how much money you ever make in your life. You can have billions of dollars. The mansion, the cars, and all that other stuff. It will never be more precious than your virginity. I don't know if y'all... I really don't, like I said, I really don't even... Because y'all somebody else's kids. I'm not really trying to go there, but y'all need to know as young ladies, you know what I mean, of what it is that you have as a young lady to offer to the right man, not somebody that you... In your heart, you know, this fool ain't going to be with me forever. You know what I mean? This fool ain't going to be with me forever. You know what I'm saying? You know? If he is serious about you, he'll wait for however long he need to wait until you're ready. You dig? Seriously. So, once again, it comes down to respect. Respect yourselves. Fellas, respect the ladies, man. Y'all came from a woman. Once again, you got a mother. Some of y'all got sisters. And one day, God might bless you with a daughter. I promise you, you're going to get all the stress in the goddamn world that you could ever, you can't even imagine, once you have a daughter, how much stress you're going to have. Because it's going to always be a little knucklehead, a little yellow cutie pie with some braids or some dreadlocks or some slick back hair in the cut, trying to speak some sweet shit into your daughter's ear to get her to perform to what he wanted her to perform to. And then once he's gotten what he's got, he gone. You're no longer an issue. Now he's moved on to the next young lady. You know what I mean? You're no longer an issue. You know? And now you left with a broken heart. You crying your eyes out. You know what I mean? You know? Don't sing yourself through that. Make him work. That's all I'm going to say. Make him work. You know what I mean? But once again, respect the ladies, man. Respect the ladies, bro. You know what I mean? Respect yourself. You know what I'm saying? Respect yourself, man. They got a lot of shit out here that could take your life. For a short moment of pleasure, you can cancel your birthdays out. You know what I mean? Because you was being what? Irresponsible. It's all about being responsible, bro. That's all it's about. Be responsible. Be responsible for self. You know what I mean? Be responsible for your... Don't hold nobody... You know, for a lot of years of my life, I blamed other people for the shit that happened to me. Well, if he didn't do this, I wouldn't have done that. You know what I mean? Or if she didn't say this, I wouldn't have done that. You know what I mean? I blamed other people for my shortcomings until I actually started taking into account that I have a choice in everything that I do. You got y'all got a choice in everything you do. You know what I mean? If somebody ain't got a gun or forcing you physically into doing something, you got a choice to say yay or nay. You got a choice. And that's really what life is all about. Making the best possible choices that one can make for one's own self and anybody else that you're responsible for. You know what I mean? You got little sisters? Oh, y'all sisters? Wow. Okay. Now, like I told him, you the oldest. I can see you the oldest, right? It's your responsibility when you're around your baby sister to be at your best. Because baby sister watching big sister. You know what I mean? She watching big sister. And trust me, and believe me when I say, if she see you doing certain things, she'll grow to want to do it too. Not to say you don't have your own mind, you know what I mean? But if my big sister did it, it gotta be cool. You know what I mean? So be at your best behavior when you're in the presence of your baby sister. Even when you're not, when you're by yourself, or you're in the presence of other people, be at your best behavior. When somebody speak about you, Let it be. Man, that girl got her shit together. You know what I mean? She on point, you know? Seriously.
Y'all get the message?
You know what I mean?
Y'all get the message?
So, with that said, I'm going to cut y'all loose.
Right.
My man, keep it tied down, champ. You feel me? One love. Baby boy. All right, youngin. Young ladies.
Oh, man.
Damn. I ain't messing with you, Devani.
Well, why?
Well, I mean, you know, I gotta mess with you because you my family, so.
All right, y'all.
But,